Happy morning to all. Happy morning. How are you, children? Okay. Anyhow, the last class we learned about that test for sulfate radicals, and also the structure of sulfur compounds. That means some of the acid. We learned that one, and also we learned about that group 17 elements. That is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, salt. We learned. Now today we are going to learn about that. Our learning objectives to learn about that the manufacture of chlorine. That is very two important point is by the electrolyte methods and also by Deccan process. Which are the two methods? Electrolyte methods and also Deccan process, and also having some chemical reactions. What are the chemical reactions of chlorine? Okay. Chlorine is manufactured by the electrolyte brine solution. Brine. That means high concentrated salt solution. Chlorine is almost present in seawater. Am I right? Seawater. That is having sodium chloride. Sodium chlorine many having. Sodium chloride salt is high content present in seawater. Okay, obtained by the reaction between hydrochloric acid by the oxidation of hydrochloric acid by a Deccan process. Chlorine is easily manufactured by the electrolysis method. That means the reaction between sodium chloride. Sodium chloride means we get sodium ions and also chlorine ions by the reaction. And also hydrogen plus OH, that's the combination with water. These are the two reactions. First one is sodium chloride by the electrolyte method. Electrolyte method means splitting of these ions. One is Na plus ions and another one is Cl minus ion. Here sodium chloride is splitted into Na plus and Cl minus ion. That is the one reaction. The second reaction is hydrogen plus OH. Hydrogen plus OH. We get water. And also how the reaction is going on at the cathode and how the reactions are going on at the anode. Okay, that's one process. Next one is Deccan process. Deccan process, we are reacting the reaction between hydrochloric acid and oxygen. Hydrochloric acid and oxygen, we get water and also chlorine molecule is avoided. Okay, hydrochloric acid and reaction between hydrochloric acid and hydrochloric acid and oxygen, we get water and also chlorine molecule. This is by the Deccan process. We can write the equation, but this lesson, this area, this topic, we have a lot of equation, many equations. But you should take the written practice, then only you can write all the equation. Many times you should be taking written practice, and also I am saying that on each topic, at least you should be write one equation, and also preparation. At least one equation you should be learned. Okay, please all of you take the note and we can discuss one by one. Then you have the reaction. Sodium chloride undergoes splitted dissociation to form Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus sodium chloride NaCl. Sodium chloride undergoes dissociation. Otherwise, it is split up into two ions. That is Na plus Cl minus ion. Na plus and Cl minus ion. Okay. Next one, water. How will water dissociate H2O? It is split up into two ions. That is H plus OH minus ion. Water can be written as HOH. Okay. HOH can be written as HOH. H plus OH minus ion. That is the splitting of water. Next above, sodium combines with oxygen Na react to OH minus ion, hydroxyl ion. Na plus OH minus ion to form NaOH. These are the three equations. about the electrolytic process of chlorine, manufacture of chlorine. Electrolytic process of manufacture of chlorine. Okay. First one is NaCl. This NaCl, how it is split up into two ions? Na plus plus Cl minus Cl. Have it out. Next about water. Here H plus plus and OH minus ion. The second step. The third one is Na plus plus OH minus ion combines to form NaOH. Here at the cathode, what is the reaction, and at the anode, what is the reaction? What are the reactions are taking place at the cathode, and what are the reactions are taking place at the anode? What is about the cathode and what is about the anode? Cathode and anode. Here, cathode means we are saying that on negative charge. Am I right? Cathode. Here we are getting negative sign. Okay, cathode means negative sign. Just for remembering, cation. Cation means positive. Okay, cation means positive. Cathode means negative. Here, cation positive. Cathode is negative. Okay, negative. We can be negative electrode. Negative electrode. Okay, negative rod. We can be say like that. Negative rod. Here, the reactions occurring H plus ions. H plus ions. What's the meaning of H plus ion? H plus ions means the lost one electron. Already hydrogen having only one electron. Am I right? The atomic number of hydrogen is equal to 1. Am I right? Yes or no? Atomic number of hydrogen is equal to 1. It is already lost, so it becomes H plus. Loss of an electron. So we are adding electron minus one of an electron. We are adding. We get H. Hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom. Have any doubt? No doubt. Next about here hydrogen plus hydrogen. Hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom plus hydrogen atom gives H2 molecule. H2 molecule. Same like that at the anode. At the anode we can written as anode is positive sign. Anode is a positive electrode, positive rod. Okay? Anode. Anion means negative. Okay? Anion means negative. Anode is positive. Anode. And the cathode is negative. Okay? About the anode, we are taking that chloride and here Cl minus ion. Cl minus ion means it has extra ion. Am I right? It gain an electron from other element. This gain electron. Cl minus means atomic number of Cl is equal to 17. The first shell we can be accommodate 2 electron, second shell 8 electron, third shell 7 electrons. Here Cl minus means 2, 8, 8. Okay, that is Cl minus. Extra one more electron have extra additional electron have. Am I right? Cl minus. Clear? Here Cl minus gives what is the product? Cl plus. We should be remove one electron. Then only the charge will be used. Okay, 1 electron minus. Remove it. So Cl plus Cl. So what is the product? Cl plus Cl gives Cl2. This is the equation is going in the electrolytic process of manufacture of chlorine. Okay. Here the very important question is Decon process, the very important question. How the chlorine is manufactured by Decon process. Very important question. Decon process. How the chlorine is manufactured. Manufacture of chlorine by Decon process. Decon process. Okay. Here we are taking a mixture of air and hydrochloric acid. Okay, the mixture of air and hydrochloric acid is passed into a chamber containing a number of shells. Okay, and pumice stone is soaked in a cuprous chloride. That means hydrochloric acid is added with oxygen. Okay, hydrochloric acid is added. Hydrochloric acid is added to an oxygen and the temperature is about 400 degrees Celsius. 400 degrees Celsius. The equation is very important. Okay, in the presence of cuprous chloride formula Cu2Cl2, cuprous chloride, that is hydrochloric acid reacts with oxygen. Okay, we get chlorine, we get chlorine atom, that is chlorine plus chlorine molecule, and also hydrogen combines with oxygen. Hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water. Okay, how can you balance the equation? 2 oxygen have you make it 2 here. So 4 hydrogen atoms here, so make it 4. Now how much chlorine is there? How much chlorine? 4 chlorine, so make it 2 here. Now the equation is balanced. Very important question. This is a chlorine gas. Okay, chlorine gas. Very important question. Decant process. At least you should be right. The equation is enough. If your equation fully right now, we can score 3 marks. Okay. In this process, a mixture of air and hydrochloric acid is passed through a chamber. Listen all of you. In this process, a mixture of air and hydrochloric acid is passed through a chamber. The chamber containing a number of shells and also cubic stones is soaked in cuprous chloride. The formula for cuprous chloride is CuCl2. Okay, cuprous chloride. Here, a hot gas is about 723 Kelvin. 723 Kelvin. A hot air is about passed through the chamber. So what is happening here means hydrochloric acid combines with oxygen to form a chlorine gas. Okay, hydrochloric acid combines with oxygen to form chlorine gas, and also we get water. This is the first preparation of chlorine by the Decant process. Next about from bleaching powder. Already I told you about the bleaching powder. The past video I told you about the bleaching powder. The formula for bleaching powder is CaOCl2, calcium oxychloride. Here also we are taking the bleaching powder is Cu2OCl2. Okay, Cu2OCl2. Am I right? That is a cuprous oxychloride. That we are taking. First we are taking cuprous chloride. Formula is Cu2 cuprous chloride. This one reacts with oxygen O2. So what's the product? This oxygen will become the ender. So what's the product? Cu2OCl2. What's the product? Cu2OCl2. Cuprous oxychloride. Cuprous oxychloride. Okay? Cuprous oxychloride. How can we balance the equation? Here having 2 oxygen, here having 1 oxygen. So make it 2 here. Make it 2 here. Here also make it 2. Now the equation is balanced. Here, next the cuprous oxychloride, that is Cu2OCl2. That is we are saying about the bleaching powder, or reacts with hydrochloric acid, HCl. Hydrochloric acid. So what's the products are obtained? This hydrogen combines with oxygen. So what's the product? H2O. So what are the remaining products? We get cupric chloride. That is the formula is CuCl2. Cupric chloride formula what? CuCl2 plus H2O. Now, how can we balance the equation? Here I have 2 copper, so make it 2 copper. And also, here I have 2 hydrogen, so make it 2 here. Now, chlorine is 4, then 2 2s are 4. Now, the reactions is balanced. Here, next about cupric chloride is converted into cuprous chloride. One of the cupric chloride is converted into cuprous chloride. That is CuCl2. That is about what? Cupric. This cupric chloride is converted into cuprous chloride. Okay, that is now the chlorine is obtained here. Cu2Cl2. This is the product. Okay. Cu2Cl2. Then how can you balance the equation? Here 2 chlorine atom is there, and also 2 2s are 4. 2 plus 2 4. Make it 2 here. So 2 2s are 4. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. This is the preparation of chlorine by the reaction between the manufacture of bleaching powder. Okay, by the employed, it is employed for the manufacture of bleaching powder. Here the reaction between first one is cuprous chloride and react the oxygen to form cuprous oxychloride. Here the cuprous oxychloride and react with the hydrochloric acid to form cupric chloride, and also cupric chloride is converted into cuprous chloride with the liberation of chlorine gas. This is one of the manufacture of chlorine. Next about what are the physical properties? What are the physical properties of chlorine? What are the physical properties? Sometimes it may be asked for ask your question. What are the physical properties? Chlorine is an physical properties of chlorine. Okay, here it is a greenish yellow gas. It is a greenish gas and irritating odor. Okay, irritating odor. Irritating. It is a greenish yellow gas. Chlorine is a greenish yellow gas with pungent irritating odor. Okay, pungent irritating odor. Okay, and also it produces headache when you are small amount inhaled a small quantity of chlorine gas. It produces a headache. Sometimes if you are inhaling a large quantity, it may be cause death. Okay, it may be cause death. It could be fatal. That means causing death. Okay, causing death. And also it is a 2 times heavier than air. Chlorine is 2.5 times heavier than air. These are the very very important points about that. Chlorine is soluble in water. Soluble in water. Chlorine is soluble in water. Clear? And also it is a greenish yellow crystals of chlorine hydrate. It is a greenish yellow crystal. That means reaction with water. Okay, that is with water. Greenish yellow chlorine hydrate. Yellow crystals of chlorine hydrate. Okay, and also it is converted into liquid. Here it can be converted into liquid, and the boiling point is about. It can be converted to liquid, and the boiling point is about minus 34.6 degree. Okay, minus 34.6 degrees Celsius. Whenever it can be converted into liquid, the boiling point is about minus 34.6 degrees Celsius. Okay, and yellow crystalline solid here the boiling point, melting point is about minus 102 degrees Celsius. Minus 102 degrees Celsius. Okay, when it becomes a yellow colored solid, yellow crystalline solid, the melting point is about minus 102 degrees Celsius. Melting point. These are the important physical properties of chlorine. Physical properties of chlorine. Okay. Next about what are the chemical properties? What are the chemical properties of chlorine? What are the chemical properties we are giving? What are the chemical properties? That means chlorine reacts with metals and also non-metals. Chlorine reacts with chemical properties. Chlorine reacts with metal. We are taking some metal. What are some metals? Can you say some metals? That means sodium. Sodium is one of the metal. Iron is one of the metal. Aluminum is one of the metal. Copper is one of the metal. Etc. 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 Okay. These are the some metals. Sodium, iron, aluminum, copper. Okay. Here, this chlorine first of all reacts with the sodium. That is, all of you know that one sodium combines with the chlorine to form NaCl. NaCl. How much chlorine is there? 2 chlorine, make it 2 here. How much sodium is there? 2 sodium. Now the equation is balanced. And also, iron, Fe reacts with the chlorine. Fe reacts with the chlorine to form FeCl3. Iron chlorine. That is, we are saying ferrichlorine. Am I right? Ferrichlorine. How much chlorine is there? 3 chlorine. So make it 2 here. Make it 3 here. So okay, done. We can be 2 here. So how much iron is there? 2 iron. 2 iron. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. Next about the aluminium. One of the metal is aluminium. React with the chlorine to get AlCl3. Aluminium chloride. Make it 2 here. So 6 chlorine. 3, 2 here, right? Now the equation is balanced. Next about copper. Copper reacts with the chlorine to form CuCl2. Copper chloride. Okay. Next about hydrogen combines with the chlorine. One of the important questions. Hydrogen combines with chlorine to form HCl. How much hydrogen is there? 2 hydrogen. Here we have the delta H value. You must write, whenever you are going to write this question now, you should be right, you must write the delta H value. Okay, enthalpy value, delta H value, enthalpy value you must write, that is the amount of heat is liberated or absorbed, that is, you must write the delta H value, that is about minus 44 kilocalories. Delta H is equal to minus 44 kilocalories. Okay, kilocalories, okay. You must write this. Whenever you are writing this question, you should be write this delta H value for the examination point of view. Okay, these are the chemical properties. What is about the chemical properties? This sodium combines with the chlorine to form sodium chloride. Iron combines with the chlorine to form iron chloride, and also aluminium combines to form aluminium chloride. Copper combines to chlorine to form copper chloride. These are the metals reaction to the metals. What happens about the non-metals? If you are taking the non-metals means, that means you are taking boron, sulfur, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony. These are all for the non-metals. Okay. At least I previously told you about that. For one topic, at least you should be learn one equation is enough. Those who are interested, you can be taking two more equation. I am not telling you to learn all the equation. Okay, because we have a lot of equation. It is not possible to learn it for all the equation. But at least, as my humble suggestion is, at least you should be learn getting two equation. That is better for you. Okay. Next about what are the chemical reaction between chlorine and non-metals. Chlorine and non-metals. Here, chlorine and non-metals we are taking. For boron, non-metals we are taking boron. Boron reacts with the chlorine. Boron reacts with the chlorine to form boron trichloride, that is BCl3. Boron trichloride. How can you balance the equation? You make it 2 here. So 6 chlorine atom, make it 3 and now the equation is balanced. About sulfur. Sulfur reacts with the chlorine to form sulfur is yes react with the chlorine to form S2Cl2. That is disulfide dichloride. Disulfide dichloride. Okay, what is the formula? Disulfur dichloride. What's the name of the compound? Disulfur and dichloride. How can we balance the equation? They are having 2 sulfur, here having only 1 sulfur. Okay, so make it 2 sulfur. Clear? Make it 2 sulfur here. They are having 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine. Now the equation is balanced. What about the phosphorus? Phosphorus, we know that on polyatomic atom P4. Phosphorus on react with the chlorine. Phosphorus react with the chlorine to form PCl3. Already we learned phosphorus trichloride. How much phosphorus is there? 4 phosphorus. So make it 4 here. What's the formula for phosphorus trichloride? PCl3. Phosphorus trichloride. So how much chlorine is there? 4 3s are 12. That means 6 chlorine atom. Okay. Next about arsenic. That is AS. Arsenic react with the chlorine. Cl2. Arsenic react with the chlorine to form AsCl3. AsCl3. Okay. AsCl3. How can I balance the equation? Make it 2 here. To arsenic also 2. Make it 3 here. Now the chlorine is balanced. Next about tin. Otherwise called annually tin. Sb. That is tin. React with Cl2. So what's the product? SbCl3. Okay. Tin chloride, antimony chloride, tin chloride. Okay, how can you balance the equation? Make it 2 here. So make it 2 here, then 3. And these are the equation about the non-metals. I am repeatedly saying at least 1 or 2 equations is enough. Okay, this is very easy. I think that already we learned that about phosphorus trichloride. Okay, 1 equation, and about if you are interested now, these are first or second equation. At least 1 equation is compulsory for each topic. Okay, next about affinity for hydrogen. Affinity for hydrogen. Chlorine is a very good affinity to hydrogen. So it is easily combines with the hydrogen form to form hydrochloric acid. Okay, it is very affinity to hydrogen. Because then bond with turpentine. Turpentine formula C10H16. Okay. Turpentine formula C10H16. Turpentine. Okay, turpentine. Formula for C10H16. On reacts with the chlorine. It is very affinity to hydrogen, so it is easily attacked hydrogen. Chlorine is easily attacked by hydrogen because hydrogen is an electropositive element. Chlorine is an electronegative element. Am I right? Chlorine is an electronegative element. It goes to group number 17. It is the most electronegative element. Is chlorine, fluorine, etc. And also hydrogen is an electropositive element, and alkyl metal is it is easily combines to hydrogen to form hydrochloric acid. HCl. Okay, HCl, hydrochloric acid. And also leaving carbon. Okay, carbon. How much carbon is there? 10 carbon. So make it 10 carbon. How much hydrogen is there? 16. So 8 into 2. Am I right? 16. That means 16 hydrochloric acid. Clear? 16 hydrochloric acid. That means 16 hydrochloric acid means we can be right. 8 2s are 16. Now the equation is balanced. Am I right? Next about here, when chlorine is exposed to sunlight, it loses its color and smell. When chlorine is exposed to sunlight, it loses its color and smell. That means the chlorine is converted into hydrochloric acid. Chlorine is converted into hydrochloric acid. That is a Cl2 on react with the water. Cl2 on react with the water to form hydrogen combines with the chlorine to form hydrochloric acid. Plus oxygen gas is also formed. Okay, how much oxygen is there? 2 oxygen, make it 2 here. How much hydrogen is there? 4 hydrogen. So So how many chlorine is there? 2 chlorine. 2 2s are 4. The equation is balanced. Okay. Next about what happens? Chlorine reacts with ammonia. Okay. That's a reaction. What happens? Chlorine reacts with ammonia. What happens? Chlorine reacts with ammonia. Here, the chlorine reacts with ammonia to form hydrochloric acid. Okay, chlorine reacts with ammonia, that is NH3 to form hydrochloric acid and also forming dinitrogen. And also forming what? Dinitrogen. Chlorine reacts with hydrochloric acid. So chlorine reacts with ammonia to form hydrochloric acid and also dinitrogen. Here, the hydrochloric acid reacts with ammonia. This hydrochloric acid reacts with ammonia. We get ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride formula is NH4Cl. NH4Cl. This hydrochloric acid reacts with ammonia. We get NH4Cl. How can you balance the equation? Here having how much nitrogen is there? 2 nitrogen. So make it 2 here. 2 nitrogen. So how much hydrogen is there? 6 hydrogen. So make it 6 here. So how much chlorine is there? 6 chlorine. So we can be right 3Cl. Now the equation is balanced. Am I right? Okay, 3Cl. Next about this 6 hydrochloric acid on combines with ammonia to form. What's the product? 6 hydrochloric acid and combines with ammonia to form 6 ammonium chloride. 6 ammonium chloride. That is we are taking ammonia. Okay? 6 ammonia. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. First one is about the excess of ammonia. Excess of ammonia reaction. Now we are expecting what is the overall reaction. What is the overall reaction about this equation? What is the overall reaction about this equation? How much ammonia molecule is there? How much ammonia molecule? The overall reaction. What is the overall reaction? Here having 6 moles of ammonia, here having 2 moles of ammonia, am I right? So 6 plus 2, how much? 8 moles of ammonia, am I right? X, 8 moles of ammonia, that is 8 moles of ammonia plus, how much chlorine atom is there? 3 chlorine atom. So 3Cl2. We can be easily cutting, that means 6 HCl, then we can be cross it. Okay? 6 HCl and 6 HCl, we can be cross it. So what are the remaining answer? Gives 6 moles of ammonium chloride plus N2. This is the overall reaction, N2. This is the overall reaction. What is the overall reaction? First, chlorine reacts with ammonia. Chlorine reacts with ammonia to form hydrochloric acid and N2. Am I right? Then hydrochloric acid reacts with ammonia to form ammonium chloride. This is the first reaction. We are expecting what is the overall reaction? What is the overall reaction? Total number of moles of ammonia. Here 2 moles plus 6 moles we get 8 moles of ammonia. Hydrochloric acid and hydrochloric acid we are cancelling. That means we cross that one cancelling. So it is leaving out. So ammonia plus chlorine we get ammonium chloride and also dinitrogen. This is the equation. Total overall reactions. Next about chlorine reacts with hydrogen sulfide. Chlorine reacts with hydrogen sulfide with H2S. Okay, here I have 3 more equation with HCl. Chlorine reacts with hydrogen sulfide to form what is the product? Hydrogen, already I told you, hydrogen is an affinity to chlorine to form HCl plus sulfur. Affinity to chlorine, chlorine is affinity to hydrogen to form HCl. And also sulfur is obtained. And about how can you balance the equation? How much hydrogen is there? 2 hydrogen, make it 2 here. Okay? 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine. Now the equation is balanced. What about chlorine reacts with potassium bromide? Chlorine, that is Cl2, reacts with potassium bromide formula KBr. Okay, KBr. Here, the potassium combines with, potassium is also an alkali metal, is easily reacted with chlorine to form KCl plus Br2. How can we balance the equation? 2Br, so make it 2 potassium. Now the equation is balanced. Okay. Next about chlorine reacts with the potassium iodide, Ki. So what's the product? Potassium combines the chlorine to form KCl plus I2. How can we balance the equation? Here 2 iodine is there, make it 2 iodine. So 2 potassium, 2 chlorine. Now the equation is balanced. Okay? Now the equation is balanced. And the previous I told you about that, about the reaction between metals and non-metals. Okay, metals and non-metals. What are they about the metals and non-metals? First, reaction with the sodium. Chlorine combines the sodium to form sodium chloride. Then iron combines the chlorine to form iron chloride. Aluminium combines the chlorine to form aluminium chloride. And also copper combines to form copper chloride. And also I told you about that reaction between hydrogen and chlorine. This hydrogen combines the chlorine to form hydrochloric acid. Here we should be write the delta H value, that is about minus 44 degree, minus 44 calories. Okay, minus 44 calories. Next about what are the reaction between non-metals with the chlorine? Here we have very good non-metals are boron, sulfur, phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. We are taking these are the non-metals. Here the first one is boron combines the chlorine to form boron trichloride, sulfur combines to chlorine to form disulfur dichloride, and phosphorus combines to chlorine to form phosphorus trichloride, arsenic combines to chlorine to form arsenic chloride, and also tin combines to form tin chloride. Okay. Next about the reaction between turpentine and also chlorine. Turpentine and reaction between turpentine. Here the carbon is leaving out and also hydrogen combines to chlorine to form hydrochloric acid. And also chlorine react with water in the presence of sunlight, it loses its color and smell. Okay, so chlorine molecule is converted into hydrochloric acid. Next one, very good reaction between chlorine with ammonia. Here the chlorine react with ammonia to form ammonium chloride. Before that, first of all, chlorine reacts with ammonia, we get hydrochloric acid and also nitrogen. Hydrochloric acid reacts with ammonia to form ammonium chloride. Then also you should be write the overall reaction. Whenever you should be write the reaction between ammonia and the chlorine, you should be write the overall reaction. Okay, overall reaction. You should be write the overall reaction. Next, one more point I am mixing here. Here, this is the excess ammonia and also with excess chlorine. Ammonia reacts with ammonia. This is ammonia with excess chlorine. Okay. Ammonia reacts with chlorine. So what's the product? Nitrogen trichloride, that is NCl3, nitrogen trichloride, and also hydrogen combines the chlorine to form HCl. This is one of the new compound, nitrogen trichloride. How can you balance the equation here? 3 hydrogen, so make it 3 here. Here are the 6 chlorine, okay, 6 chlorine, so we should be write 3Cl2. Now the equation is balanced. Next about this 3 hydrochloric acid and combines with the ammonia, NH3. This hydrochloric acid and combines ammonia, we get ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. Okay, how much chlorine is there? 3 chlorine. How much ammonia is there? 3 ammonia. Now what is the overall reaction? What is the overall reaction? Already I told you that you should be cancelled 3 hydrochloric acid and 3 hydrochloric acid. So what is the overall reaction? Can you say what is the overall reaction? Here 1 ammonia, here having 3 ammonia. Here having 1 ammonia, 3 ammonia. So we get 4 moles of ammonia, NH. 3 plus 3Cl2. NH3 plus 3Cl2. Okay, NH3 plus 3Cl2 we get nitrogen trichloride plus 3 moles of ammonium chloride. 3 moles of ammonium chloride. Here, ammonia plus 1 ammonia we get 4 moles of ammonia and 3Cl2 gives nitrogen trichloride plus ammonium chloride. Okay. Anyhow, our today assignment. What is about the today assignment? Chlorine is prepared by Deccan process. Okay, chlorine is prepared by Deccan process and also electrolytic refining. Sorry, electrolytic process. Chlorine is prepared by manufacture of chlorine. Assignment is your assignment is manufacture of chlorine electrolytic process. Electrolytic process and also Deccan process. Electrolytic refining and also Deccan process. Okay, these are the 2 assignment. Okay, this assignment for today assignment. Please all of you learn this question is very, very important. If you are learning now, it is very useful for your studies. During the revision time, it is very, very easy for learning. Please all of you learn these 2 questions. Those who are interested, you can be learn the remaining questions also. Okay, as that is ever possible. Okay, thank you all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you all of you.